Hola.
Hi, welcome back to the TTYL podcast. I'm Sarah. I'm one of the co-hosts.
I'm Adrian. I'm your other co-host.
Hell yeah. So, I just had some
topic?
sushi.
Oh, okay. We're going to sushi. Okay, we can talk about what happened before the fucking podcast. I got dropped off a mile and a half from our home, and the closest way to get home was to walk. That's why I look so disheveled. And
yeah,
here
that's
I am.
why.
I got a haircut, so I should not be. But yeah, I'm freaking tired.
I can't believe your perm is still in.
Why? It's only been a month and a half.
Oh.
No, it hasn't been long.
Oh.
And I got it extra curly because I wanted to last longer.
Nice.
Extra curly.
I feel like that'd be so annoying for guys because you'd have to cut it off so fast.
High key, because when he was cutting my hair, he was like, oh, I can only cut this much off when it's really that much, which I understand, or else you're cutting off all my curls.
Yeah.
Curls. But then yeah, it is really annoying as a guy, and honestly it costs a lot
For just a cut.
Wait, how much is a cut for a girl?
Do
our costs
50
even out? 50? Wait, are you going to
I'm going to 22 pel.
Okay, but then that's the cheapest level, right?
On the cheaper side, yeah.
Right, because I'm going to a not high class, but it's not cheap. I'd say it's mid tier, and I'm paying 70 for a cut.
Oh my gosh, once a month?
Once a month, yeah.
That's crazy.
My other friend, he does $50 for his haircut, but it's every other week. Yeah.
Does it grow that fast?
For him, I don't think so. He just likes his sides short and his back short, so when it gets long, it gets annoying. So he just spends the 50 and gets a cut.
You know what? For all the things, girl, let me tell you. For all the things that girls do, on the routine for maintenance.
Yeah.
Great. Obviously, none of them are required. It's just things that some girlies like to do.
Mm-hmm.
It slipped my mind that for guys, hair was something that you actually kind of do need to do once a month, or really
for
maintain.
Guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Because I feel for girls, it's nails, shaving, waxing, laser, whatever you do.
Sorry.
Eyebrows, you always have to keep up with.
But do you feel
lashes?
Do you feel when a girl, if we're talking about hair specifically, do you think when their hair gets long, it's as noticeable as a guy? Because when our hair gets long, we're
shags,
hobos. When Caleb's hair gets long, it's he looks like a box.
Yeah, it's mostly the sides when it starts peeking out.
yeah. He starts having corners at the edge.
Yeah, I will say it's definitely more obvious for guys.
I wonder if you could style our hair, or at least my hair.
Style or cut?
Style, because with all the products and whatnot.
I don't know how to use any guy products for hair.
Maybe I use too much.
Even just thinking because I've been doing a ponytail lately with a braid, and I was I wish I could. Yeah.
Sorry, it smells like Hot Pot.
Exposed. Oh my gosh, you guys! I went to Hot Pot last weekend, and my hair smelled like Hot Pot for 2 days, even though I had showered.
That's disgusting.
It was so I was this is.
Your soap was I cannot handle this grease.
And I washed my hair with 2 different kinds of shampoo too. But I'm grateful she smells back to normal, I think.
Today's topic, we wanted to talk a little more about aging and birthdays. And the big reason is because it was my birthday and Caleb's birthday.
Yeah, last weekend. Happy belated birthday.
And we did absolutely nothing
you guys didn't
because...
have a party.
Well, we're both not too fond of our birthdays.
Which is so interesting.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little later. But we did have dinner and a surprise birthday cake, which I know we really appreciate. So that was fun. And Sarah got us little toys. I got a Dino Nugget.
And
pillows. A Diet Coke TikTok shop candle.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, but thank you. That was sweet.
Yay. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was I think I got it, the
Diet
Coke candle. I think I saw a month and a half before, and I was
really?
Yeah, I had it in my room for so long.
At the rate that I'm consuming Diet, I need to chill. Anyways.
Yeah, so drop a happy birthday comment, please.
Or don't. It's over. It's past.
Actually,
I'm 26 now.
Maybe not, because he doesn't like his birthday.
I don't like my birthday. All right. What has been your favorite age to be so far?
So I'm 25 right now. I still think I'm 24.
You can say 25, honestly. Do you think each year gets better?
Yes, but I don't think I started to realize that until this year.
Oh.
Because I truly think that my frontal lobe did something.
I was going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
25 was peak.
Peak?
No.
Are you?
No. Like peak awareness.
Okay.
Like I feel like I've entered the world. Yeah. Like I feel like I finally like set foot into the world.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like some things I used to care about, now I don't care anymore.
Maturity.
And I feel, I don't know if it's maturity. It might be like laziness. Like a dash, like maturity and a dash of laziness.
Good balance of both.
Like an example is like friendships. Like I used to like hold on to every single friendship. And then 25 happened and I was just like,
dude,
peace.
Dude, going off of that though, it's a combination of just growing older, knowing more people, living in a city, just like in young adult life, so you're busy. I've also been like thinking about that, about how like I just don't have the bandwidth. How I show up for my friends is changing every single year. Yeah. And I'm at peace with it because I've realized that I think in the past I used to wait around a lot for other people. Like I would initiate and like host things too, but like I would also wait around for other people to like invite me to things or whatever. But I'm just like, if I want this in my life, then I'm gonna do it, and that's gonna be it.
That's so healthy.
I'm not relying on anyone else for my happiness anymore.
Wait, that Side is quest. Very 25 mature vibes. 25 was fun, but I think 26 will be
even more lit.
Okay, low-key, I had a goal. I told my coworkers, I was like, I want to drink so much this year. I don't want to drink when I'm 27.
Dude, you're crazy.
Wait.
But we can help with that.
Because, like, when does it end? Like, my desire...
We know people that are, like, 30 and, like...
No, so I'm curious, like, what is the shift? Like, what changes? Because
your life stage, like, when you're ready to, like...
So you think it's like, okay, so I thought that was it, but I literally, so back in high school, we had a bunch of friends. They're called the Taiwanese cult because they're all Taiwanese. It's really cute. Nothing culty about them. But it was like 5 like Taiwanese families, and their kids were all best friends, and the parents were like friends to their kids, but they all like vibe really well, and they would get lit every single Friday, like just
the parents,
just drinking wine together, like at the table. So I don't think it's an age thing necessarily.
Okay, my parents also do the same, like with their friends. But they're not going to like clubs and stuff.
Oh, obviously.
So you're asking like, when does like drinking itself?
Does it stop?
No, I don't think that.
I think I'm just confused because my parents don't drink.
Oh, so you don't like see that?
Yeah, I like don't know how to interact with alcohol as an adult.
You're like, it can only be wasted at the club.
No, literally, because like we would have like events, and then it's like totally wholesome, and then someone like brings out like a bottle of soju, and just start like
fiending over.
Start fiending for the alcohol.
It's your trigger.
Because like then you take your first sip, and then you're like, do I stop here? Do I keep going? And then you're just like, one thing leads to another, and then
Bam. So something that I've seen from you that is kind of new to me is like casually drinking on like a weeknight without like any sort of like.
Wait. Before you say weekend night,
no weeknight.
I don't never drink on a weeknight.
Sometimes you do a shot before a podcast.
That's different. I'm like pre.
Wait, no. Do you? No, you don't.
No, I've done it once, but that's different.
Or like one time you're just like, I'm just gonna take a shot.
That's different. That's different. A shot is different than breaking open a beer to like watch a basketball game.
Oh, I see.
Not like,
wait, would you do that?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Why? For some reason, I'm like, I feel like you would do that.
Because alcohol is a way for me to like
socialize.
No, not even that. Just like chill, like to have fun. But there's nothing like chill or fun about like watching a game. I'm just like,
you love watching games. What do you?
No. I love watching games, but just not like drunk. Same reason why I wouldn't like buy like a beer at like an actual game.
Wait, what? Really?
I get food. I wouldn't buy like alcohol.
Because you want to pay attention?
Yeah, kind of. So that makes me an even bigger fan. Why are you laughing so hard?
That's so cutie.
When you said pay attention, it was giving like ick.
Oh, because you want to pay attention. Ick.
He's so into funny. Sports. Wait, why is that funny?
I don't know. I just thought that you would go to like a basketball game and want to like crack a cold one, but you're like, I gotta get my popcorn.
I'm just gonna eat my chicken tenders and watch the guys play with balls.
There was a question I had, but I want to see if there's something else.
Before we go to your question, can I also ask what you think your worst age was?
Probably in middle school.
Middle school? I was going to say high school.
In elementary school, I feel like I didn't have enough of a conscience to truly grasp friendships and like understand that. Like I was going through the motion of things just because like that's what you do. But in middle school, that's when I kind of started understanding social dynamics. Maybe I did in elementary school, but it wasn't that important in a way. But then middle school was more like aware of those things and feeling that I need connection some way, but I didn't know how to express it or ask for it. So just like trialing a bunch of different stuff there.
Bro, actually, like now that you say that, it makes me like think about like if all our like life experiences prior to like I guess college, it just feels like a simulation.
It still
like,
feels like a simulation.
Or more so like it's just okay. Not that it's not valid, but it's not valid. You know, like because you weren't able to appreciate the moment with the brain you have now.
Yeah.
But now is like the most me that I feel. Obviously, we're gonna like change and grow as we get older too.
But would you say like when you're 40, you're going to look back at your 20s and be like, oh, that wasn't valid either?
No, I mean, definitely.
Or we've entered the threshold of validness.
It's just like at some point you always look back on your old life and you're like, why did I do that? You know, like,
do you ever question like in your current moment now in our mid 20s, do you ever like look at yourself now from the perspective of your 35-year-old self and you're like, what would they think of me now?
Dude, I'm so scared of like losing my joy. And like no, but it's like obviously like we've changed, right? Like growing up till now, but how are you going to change in like the next few years of your life, right? And you get a family and it's like life doesn't get any easier. Back to like a couple episodes ago, this is the trauma episode, and I was like, this is my mom's like first time like being a mom, so like shifting that aspect to us, this is like our first time like being this age. Like there's so many things we don't know. Literally I was at the gym and I had a thought because I was like reflecting and I was like, you know when you're a kid and you ask your parents like, oh, like can you do like this physics question for me, thinking that you just know everything, but this is their first time like having to think about physics and help you and it's just like they don't know what they're doing either.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're probably better off going to ChatGPT at this point.
Dude.
You know? Or even, like, when you ask your parents about, like, financials and whatnot, it's just, like, they were probably not as privileged as us to, like, even think about those things earlier in their, like, life.
Yeah.
So, like, for them, it's also very new, but we just assume, like, oh, they just know everything, you know?
Yeah, so, I feel like I did grow up having a perception that my parents knew.
It's just, like, constant, like, ebb and flow of life.
Yeah.
Like you change, you grow, you don't know things, you know.
And that's like what is also exciting. Is so cringe.
No, it's not cringe. It's not cringe.
It's like that's what's that's what's exciting about like now too. After realizing that, it's like, oh shoot, people don't know. And then also at work too, it helps because when I entered work, I thought everyone knew what they were doing because I was the new one. But turns out a lot of people don't know what's going on. So we're all figuring it out together. And that's part of the reason that I love talking to people is because like everyone has a different perspective or like little nuggets of random facts that they carry with them. Yeah. And it's just so interesting to like get to pick out
about their lore.
Those like little nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think the entire world runs on fake it till you make it, like honestly.
Truly.
What is your question going to be?
I have 2 questions.
Ori.
Before your 25th birthday, did you have any kind of like crisis?
Before my 25th birthday?
Yeah.
Not really, which I regret.
What?
Because, well, I guess the only crisis I would have had would be about like physical therapy, but I had decided I wanted to be a physical therapist since high school. I don't regret now, but it's just like back then I could have maybe done some more reflecting. Like who could have known, like I might have done CS and been equally as satisfied, but no, I didn't really have a crisis. My crisis didn't come till graduation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, did you have a crisis?
Yeah.
Pharmacy, I guess?
Well, mine was more like friendship. Oh. Relational crisis.
Well, I'm just a chill dude, so
You're
I don't really...
just a chill dude.
What was your crisis about?
It's like the transition of moving to New York.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and like balancing old friends, new friends, trying to figure out my identity, like we talked about last episode.
Like who you are as a person.
Yeah, and like how that changes in different friend groups really threw me off.
That's hard.
But I feel like by the time I turned 25, actually, I had grown a lot. Like those 2 months leading up to it really caused me to like reflect.
So like if you were to think about it, because in my perspective, I don't think it's necessarily your age, but more so the timeline, because your 25th is also like your... Like you were like a year into New York, right? Yeah. But then like, do you think if you moved to New York when you were 25, you would have like handled it differently?
Oh.
Or been in a better mindset?
Oh, like after 25?
Yeah. Like let's say you were 26 and you're like, oh, I got to move to New York, you know?
Okay,
I'd still be here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's like, I'm not saying there's a causation that I turned 25 that I learned this, but yeah, like part of me saying that correlation is for shits and gigs because I'm just like, frontal lobe, you're gonna...
Okay, but truly, your frontal lobe, I feel so powerful.
No, actually.
Like when you turn 25, you're like, I'm unstoppable now.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I guess like part of it is that I think because I was turning 25, I was able to process it a little bit better. If I had moved here while I was already 25 or like after, maybe I would have been able to process even better.
Yeah.
No, I think you have a point. Like, I think a big part of it was because just the fact that I was in New York and like that stage of life of like transition just happened to be during that time.
Wait, how would you describe the feeling of being 25? Because Rebecca's actually asked me a couple times.
Oh, really?
Because she's freaking 24, you little baby ass.
It just feels like I'm more resilient.
Oh.
And like, I just understand that if there's any hardships, like I'll get through it. And it's like just being confident in my ability to be mentally flexible enough.
Like malleable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like come back from that. And then also like understand how to look at things from different perspectives, how to not take things personally, how to look at the bigger picture of life and see where this fits into that. And then how to just like sit with my emotions and not kick it away and truly be okay with feeling sad or whatever emotions I need to feel, letting that pass and being like, okay, that's life. Let's go.
I think, I agree with everything you say. There's so much like character development that happens. I just had a really morbid thought I'm going to bring up in 1 sec. Okay. But I think like, the key theme of everything is just like acceptance. Like,
yes, acceptance.
Like you literally, I think at 25, I realized I'm such a control freak in my heart. But at 25, I'm just like, I don't have control of my life. Like literally, the world wanted to end tomorrow. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Like if some guy wanted to hit me with a car, like that's it, But it's like, how do you make the most of all your opportunities? No matter it's like friends, location, work, right? Like you just have to like move forward, like make it to 26.
Yeah.
And
I think like going with that, because like as we keep growing older and just like thinking about death and dying, like
that was my morbid thought.
like you can't bank any of your identity or happiness or whatever on the future. So it's truly like, how do I make the most of every moment of every day? And even if that's just like truly being present and enjoying the moment. Like I was on the subway earlier today watching the sunset was so beautiful because it was the F outside. It was so freaking beautiful. Where I was going, it was 3 trains, so 2 transfers. I feel like you could have been like, oh my god, this is so annoying.
I have to
transfer so many times. I also got on the wrong train the wrong way.
You're so
I had to come back. Actually,
that is such an New Yorker moment.
Yeah. So,
People with cars will never understand.
Actually, I've gotten on like the wrong path one time and then you can't come back around.
But I feel like the effort, I guess, it's like stuck on a wrong highway.
Like one time we were driving and it was like that last exit to leave this one road. So then we didn't change lanes in time. So we kept going down the road, but the road went over a bridge and you had to pay a toll and you literally couldn't get off until you got to the other side.
Bad.
Yeah, we missed it.
Okay, that is one thing I don't miss about driving. Back to my morbid thought. Bro, we assume 25 is our quarter life crisis, but it's only if we live to 100.
Oh, true.
Like, what if you live to 80? Then you're like, your quarter life was when you were 20.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
dang.
All right. So I actually want to talk about my birthday. So this is where Sarah and I kind of differ. Sarah loves her birthday. Is that correct? Am I just assuming?
I'm not like,
if you don't celebrate, would you be sad? Like you did absolutely nothing. Like
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like no dinner, no surprise. Like you just like woke up. Oh, I'm 26. People are like, oh, happy birthday, and you just like next day.
Yeah, but I would want to do. Oh, I would want to do like a dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. At the least.
So I'm different because like I don't care about my birthday in the sense that I understand it's like a new year and like new me. Slay. But let me explain. First of all, I think Christmas birthdays or just in general holiday birthdays are the absolute fucking worst.
Dude, yeah.
If you're a summer birthday, if you're like, I guess Valentine's is not that bad.
In a relationship, it can be.
Okay, yeah. What's like another bad one? Easter.
Like 9/11.
Whoa.
We have a friend.
Oh wait, you're right.
Birthday's
Sorry, that is
little sister's Valentine's Day.
Do you think it's worse to be born on a holiday? Oh, yeah, it is on the holidays worse.
Yeah, because then it's.
Dude, imagine if you had like December 25th.
People do.
No, but then you're Christian,
like
and then your family's always like, oh, like, happy birthday to Jesus, and then like, your son.
They get double gifts.
But yeah, I think so. I have a December birthday, and like growing up until now, I've kind of told you about this, but it's just like, as a student, December is like dead week, and then exam week, which is typically about 1.5 weeks to 2, and then it's holidays. So like, I barely got to see my friends growing up, which is okay. But that's why birthdays don't mean, like, I don't care to like celebrate it with people. I'm just like, oh, I woke up and I am 26 now, you know.
So it doesn't make you sad?
No.
See, I can't tell if I'm just projecting.
Oh.
Or...
Wait, there's another part to that.
What?
So my dad is a very like respectful man and like respects his parents, respects like my mom. Question mark?
What? He doesn't respect your
No,
mom?
I'm kidding. But it's like, so he always made it a point when it's like either my brother's birthday or my birthday to be like, this is also about your mom as much as it's about you.
Oh,
so we'd have to like
I see.
thank our mom in a way. So it just kind of feels weird that you have one day where you're supposed to be like selfish for yourself.
Yeah.
But your mom is somehow part of that picture. But when it's her birthday, it doesn't work the other way, you know? Like,
yeah, but it's like her and her mom.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just like...
Oh, interesting.
So that's also been like another reason why like I don't really care about my birthday, because I feel like the spotlight...
It's on your mom.
It's not like the spotlight is on my mom. I'm sharing the spotlight with my mom.
Yeah.
Like we're both in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So it's just like another reason why like even my birthday, my dad was like, oh, make sure like thank your mom. And I'm like, sure, thanks, mom. You know?
No, yeah, that's true.
And it's like, I don't think it's a bad thing to do, because yes, my mom raised me until I was like,
and she birthed you.
She birthed me,
the work.
You know? I get that, but yeah, that is my gripe with my birthday.
Wait, that's so interesting. I can see how that kind of creates a different dynamic. But at the same time, it is just such a weird concept to like one day out of the year, like have so much attention. And
I hate that,
it's like,
dude.
yeah. Wait, would you say in general you like attention?
No. But I wouldn't say you like attention either.
I like attention.
Attention horse. You like attention?
Yeah.
I guess Caleb doesn't like attention either. So it's just like a personality thing at the end of the day.
Maybe.
I
mean, I'm not saying that like when it's my birthday, I want like
no,
full out
I
whatever.
got you.
But it's just like, yeah, I want to do something.
You're like waiting for a text.
Oh my
Who's gonna
God,
be the
no.
first one to text me?
No.
Actually, I am curious who the first one to text me is.
Who
It was actually my friend. Well, I guess Rebecca wished me the night before, but it was my friend Tiffany.
Aww.
I appreciate her. Thanks, Tiff.
Yeah, I would say, I think like growing up for me, I always had a school birthday, which was nice, low key. Like I did like that because
like you do something at school?
Oh no, just like the fact that my birthday fell, because my birthday's in February.
Yeah.
So I would like be in school season. I always felt bad for people with summer birthdays because...
Bro, summer birthdays are actually so bad.
Yeah, you don't get like...
Even like right now, the whole people leave during the summer.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
And like I remember in Cornerstone, which if you don't know was our Purdue ministry, I remember our freshman year, people were like getting everyone gifts. Do you remember that? We'd all like make a group chat. How many people was in that group? Like 25 or something?
Okay, low-key, the number of people made it sustainable. That was like...
Yeah, because you pay like $1.
If you bought 25 gifts, well, that's like $25.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it was so hard because like it's hard to put in that same amount of effort for each person individually throughout the entire year, you know?
Dude, actually, that is such like character change. Like
What?
back then, we like everyone's single birthday, like try to plan as much as we...
Yeah.
Do you remember the very first birthday? It was
Kelly and Annie.
Yeah.
But it was actually only Kelly because no one knew that Annie's birthday was the same.
So fucking hard for her.
Yeah.
And now we're just like...
And Annie was just sitting there with us, planning out and preparing everything.
So awkward.
But yeah, what would you say? Like, hey, by the way, it's my birthday too.
Yeah, it's my birthday too.
Yeah, sorry. Don't know if that was a flushed out story, but basically our freshman year of college, we have these two friends, shout out Annie and Kelly. They have the same birthday, but we only knew about Kelly's birthday. And so all of us, like 20 of us were planning stuff for her. And then Annie was also in the group. When did we even find out that it was Annie's birthday?
I think it was like...
Literally that day.
Yeah. We found... Because we were hanging out afterwards. And then someone looked on Facebook and was like, oh my gosh. It's also Annie's birthday. And we were like, was Annie just working with us? Preparing? Yeah, it was so awkward.
Yeah. We can laugh about it now. But
we can laugh about it now.
Gosh.
Okay, so one thing... On a more serious side, I want to pick your brain about it. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like pressure when you get older? So in the sense that like as you like, let's say when you're 30, you should be making this amount of money, have this kind of life, yada yada yada. And I think it's interesting for us because our timelines are kind of like different from everyone else. Like you had to do your fellowship. Mm-hmm. I just finished PT school, but I'm like in my late 20s now. Yeah. You know, do you feel
Welcome
that pressure?
To the late 20s, grandpa.
The fuck? I can't wait to do a birthday episode for you, and I'll just talk about your wrinkles.
Excuse me. Stop. I already have wrinkles, guys.
What? I don't see them. Anyways, what are your thoughts
sad. I need to use retinol. I think it's also interesting because I feel like the narrative that we were fed growing up is really different from our lived experience now in terms of timeline. Like, I feel like...
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, like growing up, I feel like in my head, maybe I was like, okay, by 30, like maybe 28, I'll get married.
Yeah.
And then like before 30, I'll have kids. And then that's it. I'm like fully grown up. And I'll just be with kids.
Wait, that's so real.
Yeah, but now
God.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm 25. 28's in 3 years. I mean, technically I could get married, but I'd have to find someone. And also, I don't know if I'm going to be ready to... I mean, maybe 3 years is kind of a bit of time. But I would say comfortably, like, maybe if I could get married... Oh, married by 30?
Okay,
married
dude,
by 30, I think.
One thing with dating as you're older is, like, I wonder if pressure clouds your judgment.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like, so as we're growing up, the idea of like being in a relationship, having a girlfriend is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But now that as we're older, it's being replaced by like the idea of being in a marriage and a happy family. You see what I mean?
So it's kind of like, it kind of skews your dating process because you're like, you feel
the
pressure.
It's like the same thing we experience as like younger individuals. But now it's like translates to like family, like it has like greater like repercussions, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah.
My parents always tell me like one of the most important things that you'll do in your entire life is find a partner, because like who your partner is will really dictate how your life is.
Does it feel more real now that like you're getting older?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But it's also exciting because I feel like I know a little bit more of what I want.
I also think that everyone should just no, because this is like a very generalized opinion.
What?
Get married whenever you want to.
True. No, that's so true.
Yeah.
I feel like I know a lot of people that got married later in life, and it's like way better. Well, not way better. I don't know what it's compared to, but they're doing well because it's like they got to a point in their life where they like know what they want. They're at the same stage of life as their partner. Whereas I feel like right now in my singleness, I'm like, yeah, there's no rush. Like,
actually, I think... Do you remember that one TV show on Netflix about like the Jewish rabbi dating?
Yes.
So
wait, what's it called? Nobody Wants This.
I saw like commentary on why people liked it so much, because it was a very good depiction of what like dating later in your life is like when two people are like healthy and want to be in a relationship together. Because you're both in the same stages, you both have money, you're both like secure in your own adult life, and then you're meeting.
Yeah.
Which is so different from like us who are like new grads, like kind of like, well, I'm broke, I'm like stressed out by like my side hustles and whatnot, but they're like established individuals. So it's just like a different kind of love and relationship.
Yeah, totally.
Do you feel work pressure? Like I have to be, I mean, I don't know like where you are with that.
Oh, by a certain like
level. I have to be like a senior by blank.
It's hard because I did come out 2 years later than my peers in corporate, which is fine.
Go at your own speed.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think I just like don't know what I want. I think maybe my pressure is like money. Like maybe I expect to have more money by now, but also like this is my first year and I live in New York City and I'm in a fellowship, so I don't get paid as much.
Like building on that, it's just like I know people who are the same age as us and make like a million times what we're making.
Dude, yeah.
And I'm just like, oh.
I honestly, though, I don't think I ever thought about money. Like,
That's
I know
good.
New York City is a very financially woke city.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I don't know, whether it's like status or whatever. But to be honest, I've never like been super fixated on money, or like it's never been something that's that important to me in the sense of like valuing others or like valuing myself with.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, because then I feel like that makes me be able to be more generous with my money to my friends and to myself.
Truly, yeah.
But also maybe on the flip side, like, I don't know, should I be investing more? Should I be saving more?
Bro, it's just first of all, comparison is the thief of joy, but you do talk to other people and you're like, I don't know what the right thing to do is. Because I asked my parents for their advice and my brother for his advice, but they don't live in New York City. That's the biggest difference. My
parents tell me like it's just a couple years, especially in a fellowship. So like a fellowship is 2 years for me. If I'm making lower pay for 2 years, it's fine. It's just 2 years. I know it's like, oh, if you do things early, it's like way better. So I like understand that. But at the end of the day, it's 2 years of my life, and like my ultimate satisfaction in life will not be because I don't have this amount of money that I would have saved up or compounded by a certain
I was just
time.
gonna say that, like, I think, again, this might be very like New York of us to say and financially irresponsible, but like the experiences that I've had because I decided to not save like that extra $100 for like a concert or something, like I don't regret any of that at all.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, I guess in the future it would just be like, quote unquote, miss out on using that money to buy whatever experiences. But like, that's the other thing. It's like it's the balance between like wanting to experience life now rather than like waiting. One of our friends has talked about the concept of die with zero, or I forget what the book is called, but
I know what you're
concept,
talking about.
of like
what's the point of hoarding money if you're just gonna die with it? Yeah,
so you should like spend it all while you're living.
That's crazy.
Or I guess for your kids too. Maybe.
Be responsible, but don't go into debt.
Yeah.
Something I compare myself to is my dad, actually, but not necessarily now, but I think later in life. Because like as a kid, I don't really know much about my parents, like early 30s and like 20s, I guess. But my dad had very humble beginnings, yada yada yada. But like he's built a good life for my family and I think that's what I'm going to compare myself ultimately. Like, can I provide? I don't know why. I feel like all of us immigrant kids, we feel like we have, I don't know if this is true for you. I feel like I need to provide an even better life for my kids. Yeah, my dad gave my brother and I a good life. And my brother and I talk about this. We're like, I hope by my dad's age, we have accomplished way more than he has. And I think it's a little toxic. But yeah, it's just like as I'm getting older, these gears are like turning in my head, you know? Like, how can I get to that point? Yeah.
Maybe to reframe that, instead of trying to accomplish as much or if not more, putting the value on the fact that you are providing value to your family or to yourself by doing things that he did, or like
I know. And my family like tells me that like you guys don't have to like beat your dad. Like that's such a bizarre topic. I think it's just how, I don't know, have you met anybody else like that?
Like that just,
it's kind of like what's that word called? Like immigrant guilt. It's like because they live such a shitty life, we in our privileged life should do even better than them. I don't know if is that what immigrant guilt
because
is?
you have
more resources.
You were set up
exactly
with,
yeah,
a better, quote unquote, better foundation.
Yeah.
I think I feel that, maybe not to that extent or the same way, but I definitely feel that, where like a lot of times I'll discredit my challenges because I'm like, well, I have food and a house.
Were you the one I talked to this about? No, I talked to Rebecca about this.
What?
I don't know if I should say the
vulnerability, sir. No, I'm kidding.
So my perspective is when parents say that, I don't like it. I think it's very
unvalidating.
Yeah, like the fuck. I just think that our issues manifest in different ways. For them, It might have been more like superficial. So like finances, like learning a new language and whatnot. But I think as privileged individuals, our problems all appear.
Yeah.
Like, but then to our parents, they don't understand like mental health, especially as like an Asian. All they say is like, you guys have money, you guys live in a nice apartment, you guys should be happy.
Totally.
But our like heads is like ADHD, like fucking manipulative like Christianity. Like it's just like the dynamics of like being a socially like normal person. It's
all gonna be different, and like
it's so different.
You know, I bet there are things that for them when they were growing up that they also like had a privilege of having too. I'm grateful that my parents do understand mental health now.
That's so nice.
Which is really, we had many talks about it. Or they also in their parent community and friends also like they all have kids and stuff. So
that's so cute.
They are a little bit woke to that. But I will say for a period of time too, sometimes my mom will be like, you guys like don't have to worry about food, money, clothes, like whatever. Like so now your brain has to spend time on something, like you have to worry about something. Like your brain's not,
I mean, I agree,
worried about
that's true, like but it's still a problem regardless.
I think it's like I still need that validation, because some analogy that one of our shout out Dave, that he once said was like, you know, if a millionaire has a private jet and like they grew up and they have kids that, you know, grow up having a private jet, their issues might be like, oh, we can't use our private jet today because of like whatever air traffic, like, oh my god, that sucks, like whatever. But like to them it's a valid concern. It's just different because different circumstances.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think there's a right answer onto like what is.
Yeah.
The whole immigrant dynamic is very, very complex. It's not just,
I also just want to say, coming off of that analogy, there are some things that are maybe a little bit out of touch.
Yeah.
But I think that example helps ground me too, because then it's like, okay, well now, girl, you really got to just like look at the fact that you have a private jet is like kind of something. So like, what in my life don't
use the private jet example. Use like our life example, like the fact that
genuinely we have an awesome apartment.
Yeah,
like,
we have
an
awesome
apartment. Have awesome friends. Have awesome food. Like whenever I get stressed out about cooking, or I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to eat. Like how am I supposed to eat healthy? I just don't eat processed foods all the time. I'm like, damn, what a privilege to be able to have access to all these grocery stores to even buy like produce and like try to cook.
Before you guys call it for being immigrant haters, we're also very like going while Sarah said, we're very thankful for what we have. Like truly.
Yeah, I feel like that's been the trick.
That's also a part of being 25, I think.
Yes, along with acceptance
yes.
is gratitude.
Yes.
And I feel like gratitude truly overrides so many of those, like the comparison thing too.
Yeah.
And then another thing, imposter syndrome.
You think that's more like tuned up as we get older? Or
I feel like for me it manifests in times where I'm doing something new, which makes sense because I'm like putting myself out of my comfort zone into space where like there already are people that are really good at that. But lately I've been trying to reframe it as like, if I'm feeling imposter syndrome, it's likely because I'm doing something awesome and I'm pushing myself out there, or I'm like awesome or I'm leveling up to the next level where I feel more uncomfortable because I'm growing. See, but that's like stuff that I feel like after being 25, or again, not saying 25 is the reason that
25
is, but after having time to grow,
you know what, 25 can be however you want to make it to be. Like if you choose, if you feel like you don't want to grow, you don't have to grow. Like TBH, like do with it what you will. Because 25 was also pivotal for me because I graduated from college, but I also had a lot happen to me in college.
Yeah,
I think we can wrap up.
All right, I have one more question.
Oh, go for it.
How does knowing somebody's age change your perception of them?
Knowing someone's age? I don't think it changes my perception of them. Because I used to think older people are wiser and younger people are more immature. Well, that's bullshit. Because you'll have older individuals who are just as immature, and younger people, because they've gone through more shit, are more mature. So I don't think age and wisdom are correlated at all.
What about stage of life? Disregarding age.
I think stage of life, yes. Because I think something must have happened to you for you to like advance your stage of life. You know, like something... Well, if we're just taking like the drinking example, like something made you want to like stop drinking and partying and whatnot and just like chill and just like settle. I think something about that, like going back to the whole, everyone has their own story. There's some lore about that I don't understand and I want to know more about.
Guys, we just want to know your lore.
But same thing with like, even like going back to your CG where you have like younger individuals, like how did you guys even end up in New York? Like, there's something about that too. But no, I truly think age it's not correlated at all. I mean, like, the only thing that you'll notice is like when the references fly over their heads, like TikToks, and like, oh my god, someone talked about 9gag the other day.
And I have no idea what that is. 9gag?
You don't know what 9gag is? Wow,
I haven't been on social media for like the past couple weeks, actually.
9gag was in middle school.
What? Well, yeah, I haven't been on social media for the past several decades, actually. I'm kidding. Wait, what is that?
It's just like a meme page. The OG meme page. Like we're all
like Insta?
No. It's basically 9gag.com. And then instead of like, you can't personalize your feed. It's just one feed and everybody looks at the same shit.
Oh, interesting.
That's why it was funny because everyone like understood the jokes.
Oh,
that's where the Yao Ming meme like came to be. Like it first popped up there. And everyone was like, haha, Yao Ming meme. Yao Ming meme. I can't say that. Yao Ming Ming. But yeah.
Interesting.
You don't know what 9gag is? Do you have any perspective on that? Like, does someone's age change?
9gag is, yeah.
Fuck you. You're screaming 26.
I think it kind of does. Not in like a good or bad way. It just, I think it just helps my brain like compartmentalize. Maybe that's a bad thing because then I compartmentalize. But I think for me, it mostly gives me a rough gauge of their past in terms of schooling, like the years, like when you graduated, when you finished high school, stuff like that. I don't know why that's like a thing for me. I think because I just graduated, it's just like as I'm meeting people, it's just nice to be able to in my head quickly be like, oh, this person's like a year younger than me. Oh, this person's like a year older.
I see.
Not necessarily for any personality reason or character reason, just a way for me to like remember them more.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just like an identifier.
Okay, so kind of an ongoing joke in my Columbia class is I was really ageist when I came in.
Really?
One of my funniest stories was we're at this mixer, and then I'm with my friend Gabby, and I'm with my friend Henson. And then, so Henson and I talked for the very first time at the mixer. He's like, oh yeah, I'm like, I think he was 26 when we met. I was 23, 22. Mm. And then I go up to Gabby and I'm like, Gabby, I'm like drunk out of my mind. I'm like, Gabby, like, Henson's 26, so old. And she goes, ha ha ha, I'm also 26.
Oh
and I'm like,
God.
So like the rumor spread that I was ageist. I'm not ageist. I love all ages. But
that's so funny.
I think that was the first time I went into an environment where everyone wasn't the same age as me.
Yeah.
People of my age, there were only 4 of us of 71. Everybody else was
crazy.
A year older, 2 years older. The majority was like mid 20s to late 20s. But I think just seeing all of us like bond, like no matter how old they were like so degenerate.
Yeah.
Which is why like we all got along, you know?
Yeah.
So that was like, not that Columbia made me unageist. I just really have come to appreciate, like, I don't want to mention age. It's just like, there's just like lived experiences can bring to like a relationship between two people.
Totally. I honestly, like, I feel like that's something I'm still exploring to like keep my mind open because my sister's 13 years older than me. So I feel like I don't know how to talk to people like way older than me.
Yeah.
I think if it's like plus or minus 3 years, that's fine. But outside of that, I like want to treat everyone like my generation, and you know that doesn't go well all the time.
No,
or it's
no,
like
no.
not that it doesn't go well, but it's like that connection isn't there.
I do think it's a time thing, an explore thing.
Yeah.
Like one of my classmates, he was a dad of like 3. And he's like old, like he's working marketing now. He's a physical therapist, great physical therapist, by the way. But like he's just like a gym bro at heart, like cheering on like the younger guys, like lifting with them, and like that to me is like you can take the age out of, I don't know what I'm saying, but it's just like
take the gym bro out.
Yeah, you can't take the gym bro. You can take the age out of the gym bro, but you can't take the gym bro out of the age. I don't know. Yeah, and it's just like he's just a chill dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I want to be like that when I'm a dad of 4.
Yeah. Wow, 4.
I think I was a dad of 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want 4 kids?
No.
5.
10.
Got it.
Okay, actually, one reflection point I want to make as we're ending. Mm-hmm. We've never talked about this topic actually to this extent.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. We said the same words for how our 25s were. So I'm wondering if that is same across the board for other people.
What
like,
word?
No. Just like our experiences of like the frontal cortex, frontal lobe developing, like feeling we have more control, like acceptance, like
resilience.
Yeah, like all those things. Like we feel like we resonated on almost everything that was said.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like the same across like other 25-year-olds.
True, yeah. Last year, as I was growing so much, honestly, I was kind of judging myself and being like, this seems so obvious. Like, of course you need to look at life with different perspectives. Of course you need to I think the acceptance thing, I gave myself more grace. I'm like, that's like a good point that I never like understood. Like that, I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But the whole like understanding different perspectives, realizing that everyone truly is just like in their own heads, and like the concept of projecting and like truly understanding how that manifests in interactions. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, are you seriously just now realizing this? But I don't know, I literally need to give myself some grace because like
no, but it's not even that though. It's like you chose to put in work to understand yourself and like relationships and whatnot, and some other people don't, and they lack that knowledge. So I don't think it's obvious. I think it's you've done a lot of growing, and they're just it is what it is. It is what I.
Yeah, it is what I. Yeah. Okay, well, as you begin your 26th year, what is something besides the binge drinking that you're looking forward to? I
want to be the best physical therapist that I can. It's very cringe, but I kind of looked at job as like a side piece to my life, but I think as 26-year-old, I want to be the best PT as I can because I think I mentioned this a little bit in person, but like I think burning out, you're so prone to burning out. Like the more effort you give, but these are people you're treating, not numbers and diagnoses. So I want to do my best to be a good PT, and I also want to start giving myself a little more direction on what I want to do in the future. Like some ideas are like PhD, some might like get into teaching and whatnot. But also with that is also like giving more effort to the podcast. I think we can do a lot in 1 year. So and a big thing is like learning how to be a better friend. Like truly, I think.
What does that mean?
I think for so long I've let like my identity as like a third culture kid or like international kid rule my friendships, and like at 25 I realized that like it's not healthy to let that rule, like let that frame my friendships. So I think I want to get out of that and be a better friend to people, be more in tune. I think I had a lot of friends in the past, but it's like I want to build healthy friendships as much as I want to. Like we talk about like healthy family relationships and healthy like love relationships, but I want to build healthy friendships, and I think that's a goal of mine. 26. Yeah,
that's awesome. Those are awesome things.
I'm excited for your birthday soon. We'll do another one of this for Sarah's, or maybe not.
Just to cover.
What if you like change your hair?
Oh, I have been thinking about doing something to my hair because I kind of hate it right now.
Yeah, it looks so ugly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any last words?
If you're not 25, look forward to 25. If you're past 25,
good luck.
Damn. Life is I don't know. If you're past 25, give me advice on what to do.
True.
Facts.
Me too.
Especially Sarah.
No, it's been so fun. I feel like truly, even after our last episode 2 about identity, so I'm editing it right now, and at one part we were like, I guess our identity is just that we're 20s living in New York. And me editing, I'm like, yeah, duh. But truly, yeah. And I feel like
life is a bunch of like yeah duh moments.
Yeah, no, literally, like in the moment you're like
so profound.
And then yeah. But I feel like I've talked to like a lot of friends lately about like 20s and stuff, and sometimes y'all bring up the pod. It's just nice to know that we're all in this together. So hopefully that is what we can bring, even if it's just a little bit. I think we're gonna end there. Hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you guys next time with that TTYL.